Awesome. Well, check 1 2.
Can you hear me, Hayden? We're good? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Pleasant Grove Sports Network. My name is Brendan Larson.
My name is Ethan Morley.
Just getting under the way into this game as quarterback keeper up the middle for a first down on 3rd and 10. Corner Canyon marching down the field right off the bat after the Viking kickoff to start the game.
Yeah, they've had a pretty explosive offense, just like right out the gate, making it pretty hard for the Vikings to do a whole lot on defense, which is one of their strong suits.
We'd like to apologize for the win because the Corner Canyon athletic director said we were supposed to be on top of the press box rather than in it, so you're going to be hearing the wind all game. Once again, our apologies, but gotta put up with that, I guess. First and 10 for Corner Canyon on the 32-yard line, 10:33 remaining in the first quarter. Dropping back, looking to his left. Number 2 throwing it deep for the end zone. Number 8 caught, and that is going to be out on the 1-yard line. Big catch there for number 8. Roster pending.
A little bit weird to see the pylon in the middle of the end zone. They're moving it down, but
and the ref sets up the pylon right on that 90-degree angle. Excellent execution. Number 2 keeps it up the middle, and he's going to get the ball over the line as Corner Canyon takes it to the house on the first drive of the game with 10:08 in the first quarter. Jackson Dart, the quarterback keeper there for the touchdown. PAT pending. And someone jumped the gun there.
Sam Chandler in the backfield to kick the Chargers, to kick the PAT.
Why is it? I hate the wind.
Yeah, it screws everything up.
Once again, our apologies for the wind that you are hearing. We were placed on top of the press box, so you will be hearing a lot of wind throughout the broadcast. Once again, our apologies. All right, so the PAT for Corner Canyon here is up, and it is through the uprights. That's good. Corner Canyon putting 7 on the board, and Pleasant Grove putting absolutely nothing on the board. First drive of the game for Corner Canyon.
Sam Chandler putting the extra point up. See what the Vikings can come out with. Their offense without Rex Connors is going to be struggling a little bit. He was one of their key backs, and it's going to be tough to see their offense move. But I'm excited to see how they adapt around it.
Rex Connors, a key piece of this Viking team on all sides of the ball, will definitely be missed tonight.
That's where Coach Wooten and Brandon Doman are going to have to shine with like their offensive play calling, using their different weapons that they have on offense, spreading it around to somebody like Darius Clemens, and maybe even putting in his brother Porter Connors in too.
Pleasant Grove definitely having the next man up mentality this year, though, with we've seen examples like Riker Scow, sophomore, just absolutely balling out in games like Maple Mountain and Lehigh.
Again, Sam Chandler back for the kick, kicking to Darius Clemens and Aaron Jones.
This one's going to be back and dropped by Aaron Jones. That is going to be a touchback for the Vikings.
How come the Viking offense?
Viking offense led by sophomore quarterback Sam Levitt from Oregon, transferring this year due to COVID-19. Glad to have him here. Vikings break huddle on the 20-yard line, the first drive of the game. Coming into the game ranked number 1 in RPI. Let's see if they can defend that ranking this evening. Handoff to Porter Connors, first drive play of the game, and he is going to be dropped after a gain of about 3 or 2 yards.
There they go, subbing in there. The other Connors twin for the offense. Sam Levitt lining up in an empty set right here.
Levitt dropping back. Looking to his right, he's going to keep it up the middle, and he's going to be dropped after about a no gain or so on the play.
Looks like just a gain of 1 on the play.
Back for the Vikings, we have Brooks Winterton, number 1 on the field. Definitely good to have him back. Was injured in the start of the season, but he's back for this game, although we lost Rex. Levitt dropping back, looking to his right. Throwing, caught for a first down. Porter Connors with the reception there. Vikings get a first down on the first drive of their game.
That's really good by the offense. It always sucks to go out and get 3 and out just immediately. It's good to get at least 1 first down so you know your offense can move, you know your offense can do things against this defense, and you just got to find those open gaps.
Yeah, this whole Corner Canyon roster is just littered with college talent as Carter Merrill catches a screen in the backfield and charges up ahead for about 5 yards. 8:40 remaining in the first quarter.
That was Colton Grimshaw coming in on the tackle on the screen.
2nd and 4, ball on the 38-yard line. Vikings moving the ball to here to start the first quarter. Levitt's going to keep it up the middle. And Levitt charging ahead for a first down. Levitt showing his legs here to start the game. Impressive.
Yeah, I guess they're doing that to adapt with not having one of their power runners, Rex Connors. And they don't want to put in Spencer Tatioli every single time, so why not just give it to the running back right up the middle? I mean, right to the quarterback right up the middle.
Isaac Baja subbing into the game, lining up at the bottom of your screen in the wideout. Levitt looking to his right, throwing to his right, over the middle, up in the air, caught by Darius Clemens for a first down.
Very, very nerve-wracking play right there. As soon as Sam Levitt got a bunch of pressure in right there, hit by Colton Grimshaw off the blitz. Goes up, makes a little bit of a sketchy pass, bounces off a receiver's hands, goes up, Darius Clemens comes down with it.
Potential disaster turned into positive yardage there for Sam Levitt. Good hands there by Darius Clemens and great ball awareness. Levitt up the middle to Connors. Connors breaking defenders and will be dropped for a no gain on the play.
And the Vikings O-line just let 3 straight Corner Canyon defenders just straight through. Porter Connors, excuse me. Can't really take that 2v1 in the backfield, especially against these big old guys for the Chargers.
Levitt dropping back, looking to his left. Levitt's going to keep it himself out to the right side. Levitt spins away from a man and up ahead for about 6 yards on the play. Levitt with some fancy feet work there.
And every kid, dreams about like spin moving to somebody, gaining a yard gain, maybe getting a touchdown off of it, and you just got to look for those moments, capitalize on them.
Indeed. 3rd and 5 here at the Vikings on the 27-yard line with 6:40 to go in the first quarter. Levitt in shotgun. Walking to the sideline. 14 seconds left on the play clock. Levitt's going to have to hustle. 7, 6, 5. Levitt gets a snap. Bobbled up in the air. Going to keep himself once again. Levitt up ahead for a potential first down. We'll see where the ref marks him.
Ref spots it. Where the ref spotted it looked like it was going to be a first down. They're moving the chains. It's going to be a first. Great decision making right there by Sam Levitt. Ball goes up in the air. A little bit of a muff play. Goes up and they get the first down off of it.
Sam Levitt really using his legs here to start the first quarter. Once again, we'd like to apologize for the wind. We were put on top of the press box. Carter Merrill dropping a ball in the backfield. That is going to be blown dead. Once again, another potential catastrophe here for the Vikings. A little worrisome to see here to start the first quarter.
Yeah, they called it an incomplete pass, and luckily they did, or else Corner Canyon's defenders would have been swarming it.
Yeah, that would have been downfield. 4:45 to go in the first quarter. Ethan, what are you seeing here to start out of the gates?
It's good to see both offenses, competing with each other, and both defenses are doing their best. Like it looks like so far, it looks like it's gonna be a pretty competitive game.
Two very high-octane offenses here to play. Should be a good one. Sweep out to Porter Connors on the left side. Porter Connors takes a hit, takes one hit, and keeps charging ahead for about 6 yards, give or take, on the carry.
Great blocking right there by the Viking receivers actually too. Not just the linemen, but all the receivers back there. And especially on those screen outside zone plays, the receivers are the ones that set up those plays.
3rd and 4 here with the Vikings in the red zone. Ball on the 16-yard line. Big 3rd down here for the Vikings. Levitt going under center. Another flip to Connors. Connors makes one man miss, charging up ahead, and he's going to get about 1 yard on the play if he's lucky.
It looks like they're going to spot it, give him 2 yards. So 4th and 1?
4th and 2. Let's see what. And Coach Wooten decides to keep his offense on the field here. Not wanting to kick a field goal with the wind out here. Look for Spencer Tatioli for the carry. And Spencer Tatioli up the middle. Let's see where the ball is marked. That is going to be a turnover on downs as Spencer didn't get the yards.
Great stop right there from the Chargers defense. Jamming up the middle, you see Spencer Tatioli come out there. Instead of just handing it off to him immediately the first play, pitch it out to Porter Connors, tried to fake him out. The next play, handed it off to Spencer Tatioli. Didn't work out. Now the Chargers get the ball up 7-0 with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left of this first quarter. Seeing if they can start a drive from their 14, 15-yard line. That'd be the
Corner Canyon offense cutting through the Pleasant Grove defense like a hot knife through butter on that last drive. Let's see how that turns out this time. Number 8, Noah Kajar, dropped in the backfield there for the Corner Canyon Chargers. Great play by the Viking defense. Riker Scow with the tackle. Riker Scow, really one of the big pleasant surprises from the season for the Vikings. Sophomore, just absolutely balling out. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Jackson Dart making defenders miss left and right, and he'll be finally dropped. Jackson Dart just swimming like a fish downriver there.
Both quarterbacks showing their legs, being able to move right here. A lot of the yards have just been gained from just quarterback keeps up the middle or around the outside.
3:30 to go in the first quarter. Ball on the 32-yard line. Vikings down 7-0. Dart dropping back, looking left, looking right. He's going to keep it. Rolling out to his left, throwing deep downfield, and great play there by Aaron Jones with a great deflection, making it 2nd and 10.
Great positioning right there. Great coverage by all defenders back there in the Viking secondary. Curtis Merrill over the top, and then Aaron Jones coming in at the corner spot right on the outside. Set up in great position and got it there for the ball. Sadly, it didn't come down to the interception, but a great deflection anyways.
Jackson Dart with all the time in the world there to throw that one. Dart and shotgun. 3 wideouts to his right. Dart dropping back, looking right. Screen to Kajar. Kajar will be dropped after a gain of about 6.
Spencer Tatioli coming in with that hit. Always a little bit of a scary thing to come in and get hit by Spencer Tatioli, especially him at full speed.
3rd and 5 for the Chargers. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ball on the 37-yard line.
Vikings looking to get a big stop right here.
Dart going to keep himself up the middle. He's got room to run, and Dart will be dropped. Let's see if he gets the extension. Dart,
they're giving him his first down.
And Dart will get the first down there. Dart, super dangerous dual threat quarterback. Using his legs a lot to start here the game. Will probably end up leading the game in rushing yards.
Yeah, Corner Canyon being a pretty pass-heavy offense, and then anytime a play doesn't work, you can just turn on the jets up the field.
And Dart with being dropped in the backfield by Spencer Tattioli. He's going to feel that one tomorrow.
Big ol' hit right there. Spencer Tattioli putting on that pressure. Pressure from Spencer Tattioli is always going to get back there.
Tattioli just blew that one up like a firework on the 4th.
All right, we don't.
2nd and 17 for the Chargers. Ball on the 35-yard line. Dart. Hands it off, up the middle to number 30. He's going to charge ahead for the yards that were lost on the previous sack.
So now it's 3rd and 10, I believe.
Dylan Carlson with the carry there.
Yeah, so a 3rd and long situation. Let's see what the Chargers can pull together right now.
Dart. In shotgun, dropping back, looking to his right. Going to keep it himself, rolling out to his right. Flag. Dart going deep. Broken up by Colton Bayless and Riker Scow, but there's a flag on the play.
It looks like it's going to be holding it from where I saw it. There was a Pleasant Grove defender on the ground. Yeah, holding call is going to be declined. It's going to be 4th down.
4th and 10 for the Vikings. Great defensive sequence there.
Yeah, now they get the, looks like they're getting the ball back.
Really impressive from the Vikings there, as Corner Canyon just had their way on offense to start the game, and the Vikings came out with that big defensive stop.
Yeah, now freshman kicker Sam Chandler coming in.
Freshman Wonder Boy. Aaron Jones and Porter Connors back to receive, as Porter Connors will fair catch at about the 27-yard line, as that's where Sam Levitt and the Viking offense will set up shop and try and get a punch one into the end zone here.
Yeah, the Chargers defense, set up a good drive, or stopped a good drive from the Vikings last series. So we'll see what they can do on this defensive series, and the Vikings are just trying to get the ball in the end zone for the first time in this game.
56 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Ball on the 28-yard line.
They got plenty of time.
We're coming to you live from the coming to you live from the point of the mountain here. It's windy. You can probably hear it through your TV, Chromebook, or phone, or whatever you're watching the game on. Levitt gets the ball out to Aaron Jones on the left side. Jones cutting through defenders, making a few miss, and he'll be dropped after a gain of about 6.
And a great hit right there by Colton Grimshaw again. He's coming in from that safety spot, and he just sees the run go up, and he immediately attacks on it. And I think rarely you'll ever see just one solo tackle from any of these Chargers defenders. A lot of them, their coach just swarm tackle, and that's what they've been doing so far. You'll see 4 or 5 on every single ball.
And you're going to need multiple tacklers to drop some of these Viking players. Levitt dropping the ball in the backfield, but he's going to jump on that one. A lot of close calls here to start the game for the Vikings.
Yeah, a lot of just mental mistakes, a little bit of miscommunication.
3rd and 7, and that will bring the first quarter to an end here on Pleasant Grove Sports Network. My name is Brendan Larson.
My name is Ethan Morley.
Stay tuned for the second quarter coming up.
All them a talk, them eat, but them word. All them a talk, them eat, but them word. All them a talk, them eat, but them word. All them a talk, them eat, but them word. Yeah. All them a talk, them eat, but them word. Yeah.
Big belong to fire, the non-complier, the death defier, the Mike Myers, murder rapper for hire, doer of drive-bys, the bag clap, let it loose, murder all week.
Jackson White with the stop there for Corner Canyon. As my partner Ethan Morley is finally joining me.
Hello, I'm back. That was great pressure right there from Corner Canyon. Almost getting every single defensive lineman through right there.
Pleasant Grove offensive line is, in a polite sense, getting showed up.
And they're lacking. They are down a few players. Like I know Russell Hughes is out. Logan Andrews also out.
Number 4 up the sideline for Corner Canyon. He's going to be shoved out at about the 46-yard line. There will be a flag on the play. As some potential extracurriculars were exchanged between the two teams after the play. Once again, we'd like to apologize for the wind, as for some inexplicable reason we were seated on top of the press box rather than inside of it, but that's okay. Glad to broadcast the game.
We promise it is bothering us just as much as it is bothering you.
Jackson Dart in the Corner Canyon offense, getting set to start on the 37-yard line after that penalty will take them back. Viking defense having a strong showing against this explosive Corner Canyon offense on the previous drive. Dart handing it off up the middle. Dylan Carlson with the carry. Gain of about 4, a 2nd and 6. Ethan, keys for Pleasant Grove to tie up this game.
Honestly, you just can't make mistakes, especially against this offense. This offense will find your weaknesses and they will just abuse them.
Dylan Carlson getting thrown down in the backfield by number 58 for the Vikings.
I believe that is actually Landon Nauman. Yeah, Landon Nauman coming in with the credit tackle. Great play right there. Cutting through the Chargers O-line, excuse me. Cutting through the Chargers O-line. Getting a nice tackle right there. Coming in as a junior.
Jackson Dart in the backfield. Ten minutes left to go in the second quarter.
Chargers tried to draw him off sides. Vikings didn't jump.
Well disciplined there for the Vikings. Dart rolling out to his left, throwing. And that'll be incomplete. Great play there by Carter Merrill. The defensive stop. 3rd and 6 here for the Vikings. Excuse me, 4th down for Corner Canyon. Big stop there from the Vikings.
Yeah, the Vikings made sure they just had to cover all their assets, and they got a nice stop right there, bringing up the 4th down and trying to get another drive on offense before this half ends. 9 minutes and 45 seconds.
You do what you got to do. Back to receive for the Vikings is Aaron Jones and Porter Connors. Kicker Wonder Boy for Corner Canyon here to punt this one away.
Great punt right there.
And that'll be older Porter Connors' shoulders as he'll fair catch it at the 12-yard line. Viking offense trying to get one into the end zone here as they've been stopped every time they've had the ball.
Yeah, and that's going to be a little bit tough to start at the 12-yard line. You're going to have to take a lot of drives down the field. Hopefully you can make a breakout play. That's what you're hoping for, especially from the 12-yard line. But let's see if they can grind it out, maybe charge down the field.
Vikings have some explosive players capable of making those breakout plays in Darius Clemens, Aaron Jones, and Porter Connors. And Brooks Winterton definitely has that explosive play potential.
Yeah, as he is back in this week. We haven't seen him for a little bit.
He'll be at the top of your screen in the wide out, number 1. As this one will be a handoff to the left side for Aaron Jones as he breaks away. Getting ahead for about 8 yards.
And those are the kind of plays you're looking for, right? You know, right at the middle, gaining, what, 9 yards? Maybe. Looks like maybe a first down? No, it'll be 2nd and 1, actually.
2nd and 1, 9 yards there from Aaron Jones. Once again, we'd like to apologize for the wind. 2nd and 1 for the Vikings.
Sam Levitt lining up in the veer formation.
Levitt once again to Jones. Jones getting through the middle, and he's going to take it ahead for about 4 yards. Aaron Jones balling out here to start the game.
Yeah, filling in that spot for Rex Connors and performing and filling those shoes. You know, they're a little bit more of a power running, popping people, and that's what the spot that Rex Connors filled too. So, you know, filling the spot greatly.
Next man up mentality. That's what Vikings are all about. Vikings line up in the same formation. Once again to Aaron Jones on the left side. He's going to be stopped up in the backfield for a no gain on the play. With the wind picking up here at the point of the mountain. Incredibly upset. I hate the wind.
Wind doesn't help anything, honestly. Ruins lake days, ruins football days.
Starts forest fires.
Yeah.
Big shout out to all of our firefighters out there fighting those forest fires all over the country. Levitt fakes the handoff, rolling out to his left, got all the time in the world. Deep for Brooks Winterton, caught at the 30-yard line.
And those are the breakout plays you're looking for. Brooks Winterton coming back. We got a replay. You know, Sam Levitt fakes the handoff, draws most of the defenders coming around the outside. Sam Levitt heaves it downfield. Brooks, wide open Brooks Winterton. A great play by the Vikings offense. That's the explosive plays you're looking for.
The Viking offensive line giving Sam Levitt all the time in the world there. He could have played a game of poker back there.
Honestly.
Levitt to Porter Connors on the left side. Making defenders miss and charging ahead for about 6 yards. Porter Connors.
Let me tell you, when the Vikings offense is on, they are on. The momentum that the Vikings offense can produce is just insane.
.708 here in the second quarter. Ball on the 24-yard line. Vikings looking to get in the red zone for the second time tonight. 2nd and 5. Clemens and Winterton as your wideouts. That's a dangerous wide receiver core. Carter Merrill keeping it. And he's going to fight ahead for about 4 yards. Maybe a potential first down.
Looks like where he spots it. It might, yeah, that looks at it.
And
that'll
that'll
be a first down.
A first down. Great carry there from Carter Merrill, taking the Vikings into the red zone.
Explosive right here for the Vikings.
Everyone doing damage for the Vikings here. And this Corner Canyon defense looks a little shocked.
Yeah, especially on defense. Once the offense gets going, it's really hard to get to stop them, as they're kind of just caught on your heels. And the Vikings are capitalizing on it, definitely.
Levitt going under center. Motioning Clemens. Levitt's going to keep himself. Throwing into the end zone deep. Oh, dropped there by Darius Clemens as Levitt took a big hit as the ref helps him up.
Darius Clemens drops the pass in the end zone.
Harrison Taggart with a hit on Sam Levitt there.
Yeah, it was a great rush right there by the Chargers, forcing that pressure, forcing Sam Levitt to make that play or make that throw.
Great throw. Darius Clemens is going to wish he had that one back.
It seems like he's had a few of those this season. He had a couple of them last week, and now he's got one this week so far.
2nd and 10 for the Vikings. 6:08 to go in the second quarter. Levitt handing it off. Carter Merrill fighting ahead for about 4 yards there. Carter Merrill. When I think of spunk, I think of Carter Merrill. That is one feisty dude.
Hey, you'll see him in the halls, and that dude is just full of energy.
Ready to pounce.
Looks like he keeps that same energy on the football field with how he's playing today so far. 3rd and medium to long.
3rd and 6, to be exact. Levitt faking the handoff. Makes one man jump in the air. Levitt's going to keep himself, throwing it out to the right side. Caught!
There it is. Darius Clemens gets it in the end zone.
Darius Clemens for Viking touchdown from Sam Levitt. Let's see the replay on that one.
There he is, Sam Levitt rolling out. Dots up. Dots up. Darius Clemens coming around on the out route.
Sam Levitt making one guy miss, doing the Air Jordan pose there.
Beautiful play right there from Sam Levitt and Darius Jones with that route.
As the PAT pending, Vikings trying to tie this game up.
Oscar Ortiz in the backfield.
Oscar puts this one through the uprights, and we've got ourselves a game, folks, with 5:21 left to go in the second quarter.
So far, a great game from both sides of the ball. Vikings putting up a fight from where most people thought that they wouldn't do too good against this opponent. You know, Chargers coming in undefeated for 2-3 years maybe, coming in with a lot of wins.
Vikings coming into the game ranked #1 in state RPI rankings. We'll see if they'll be able to defend their title. Game's all tied up. Let's see if Jackson Dart and the Charger offense can respond.
Yeah, so the Vikings ranked #1 in RPI, but by the official state rankings from Max Preps, we have the Quarter Canyons ranked #1 in the state, and they're ranked 14th in the nation. So if Vikings can win this one, it'll be huge to pad their stats.
Massive upset potential. But we still got a lot of football left to play. Once again, we'd like to apologize for the wind. Ortiz booting this one back to the about 3-yard line. Great play from Ortiz. And that is going to, Vikings with some great defensive position there as Ortiz spotted that one right on the 3-yard line. Wow.
So far, Oscar Ortiz has been a great kicker for this Vikings offense.
I mean, he had big shoes to fill with replacing Seth Lyman. And boy, has he filled them. Jackson Dart on his 3rd-yard line. Dart dropping back, looking deep, throwing deep. Dart's got a man wide open. Overthrown there. Number 8, Kajar? Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, Noah Kajar.
Noah Kajar there, the intended receiver, but Dart just overthrowing that one a little over. 2nd and 10 for the Corner Canyon Chargers on their 3rd-yard line. 5:11 left to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be on your own 3-yard line, especially throwing out of that with a pass-heavy offense like Corner Canyons. You want to run it so you can get yourself out of the position, get a little bit of breathing room, but you also don't want to get the D lineman collapse on it and get a safety.
The luxury of having a dual-threat quarterback such that as Jackson Dart can get you out of situations like these. Dart throwing to his right, and that at number 3 will be met. Cody Hagan with the reception, but he will be
hit hard by Colton Bayless right there.
Colton Bayless, probably one of the nicest kids in the world.
Honestly. Hosts a PG podcast. Right up the middle.
Hurry up offense, and that'll get a first down for Corner Canyon.
Hey, the first down right there. Great runner right up the middle.
Catching the Viking defense a little off guard there. 4:45 left to go in the second quarter. Ball on the 14-yard line. Corner Canyon giving themselves a little breathing room from that 3-yard line spot. Dart looking to his left, feeling the pressure, running out to his right, throwing deep. He's got a man. Caught by number 11. Austin Jet Main with the reception.
Yeah, the Chargers offense found a little bit of a hole right where I believe Colton Bayless should be, or Riker Scout.
Jet Main
Over that
wide
safe-
open on that reception.
Yeah, over that safety position. Nobody anywhere.
That's going to be a film room moment. Ball on the 39-yard line. Big gain there for the Chargers. Starr's going to keep this one himself. Run up the middle for a first down and a little more. Jackson Dart and this Charger offense heating up faster than the Vikings offense.
Yeah, they're really just putting the wheels on, and Jackson Dart coming in, dropping his shoulder, not afraid to take a hit. Not afraid to deliver a hit, too.
That's what you want out of a quarterback. Reminding me of junior phenom Devin Jensen, who has been transferred over to running back due to his prowess at running the ball. Jackson Dart dropping back, throwing deep to his left. He's got a man. Caught! Number 3, Cody Hagan with the reception there as Corner Canyon responds right out of the gates for a touchdown of their own.
Pegging the score 13-7 for the Chargers. And then we have a extra point coming up once again. Sam Chandler coming in for the kick.
This kid's getting more reps than me in my flag football game last night.
Kick is up.
PAT is up and through the uprights. 14-7, Corner Canyon reclaiming the lead in this one. 3:27 left to go in the second quarter.
Chase.
Big kick through there. Did that go through the uprights?
No, it went a little bit to the a little bit way left, but he got sent all the way to the very back.
Sam Chandler showing some deep range with the foot.
Yeah, but
The wind.
also that, yeah. We did forget a little bit.
I think that was leg muscle.
all muscle coming in from Sam Chandler.
We're gonna need a kickoff between Seth Lyman and Sam Chandler. Aaron Jones with the reception in the backfield. He's gonna take it up, still on his feet. And let's see where forward progress gets him. Once again, we'd like to apologize for the wind. We don't like it, and we know you don't either. Unless you do like wind, then good for you. Second and 3 for the Vikings. Levitt in the backfield. Levitt once again to Jones. Feed the beast, and he'll be dropped. Ethan, what we seeing?
You know, Chargers defense trying to keep up, and it looks so far they are. You know, it's hard to drive out down the. Excuse me. It's hard to drive down the field, especially coming off of a touchback, starting at your own 20, and the Chargers just scored, so they have that momentum going.
Third and a long 4 for the Vikings on the 26-yard line. As it looks like they're going to take a timeout here with about 3 seconds left on the play clock, 2:04 remaining in the first half. Vikings down 14-7 with Corner Canyon just blitzing the Viking defense here really fast. You know, when the Viking defense doesn't stop them, the offense is scoring, you know?
Oh, yeah.
That sounded really dumb.
Just saying the same thing over and over again. You know what? You know what? You know, Brendan. When the defense doesn't do a whole lot, the Vikings usually score. You know.
Expert analysis from yours truly here at PGSN.
This is why we have Brendan on play-by-play for most of the games.
I'm really qualified to talk about football.
This is why he does play flag football at a very high level.
We will have broadcasts for flag football coming to you in the near future.
Jeez.
Ethan, is there any possibility the Vikings will get a score in here before the first half comes to a conclusion?
With 2 minutes when they're explosive offense like we saw last drive with, you know, Brooks Winterton heading down the field, I think they definitely can.
It'd be huge for the Vikings to tie this game up at
Oh, yeah.
the half.
Huge morale booster, especially coming to the half tied, especially against an opponent like Corner Canyon. He's ranked 14th in the nation.
Excuse me. 2 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the first half. Levitt in shotgun gets a snap, dropping back. Spinning through defenders, keeping it out to his left. Levitt will be dropped for a sack there. Facing a lot of pressure from the Corner Canyon defense. Let's see if they go for it. Grimshaw, he's been all over the field tonight with another tackle. Corner Canyon taking the timeout on the field. This is PGSN. Oscar Ortiz getting ready to punt this one away for Pleasant. Ortiz, snap, kicks up. This one is going to bounce at the 50 and roll back to around the 38-yard line. As Jackson Dart and this explosive Corner Canyon offense takes the field.
Yeah, bummer for the PG offense, you know, having to punt it away. But now they're just hoping to get a stop. You don't want to come into the into half with
Huge bummer,
just
man.
Shut up. Just let me talk. I'm not even gonna try.
Jackson Dart trying to draw that Viking defense off sides, but it's not gonna happen because team discipline. Dart looking to his right, looking to his left. He's got all the time in the world, throwing to his left, out of bounds. Great coverage there by number 9, Carter Merrill. 1:36 left to go in the first half.
And that play looked like straight out of Madden. 4 verticals. Some of them are drifting across the field. One of them's going straight all the way down. And you're just looking for the open guy coming across, trying to beat their man. But Vikings keeping up, keeping a great coverage right there.
3 out to his right for Jackson Dart. Dart's going to keep it himself up the middle. Got some blocking. He's going to get a first down and a little more as he's brought down by the Viking defense.
Hit by all of the Vikings safeties back there. Riker Scow, Aaron Jones. Looks like Colton Bayless came in for the last little bit of it.
Big gain there for Jackson Dart. Ball on the 47-yard line. Corner Canyon trying to get one more touchdown here before this half ends. Dart.
Plenty of time. Shooting across the field.
Finds his man. Number 8, Noah Kajar with the reception.
The Vikings looking to just stop them as there's only a minute 7 left in this first half.
You know, Jackson Dart's got a lot of time back there in the pocket. Way too much time if I'm the defensive coordinator for Pleasant Grove. Dart getting the snap when he wasn't expecting it. Flags fly. Anarchy on the football field.
Calling the false start.
And that'll be a false start on Corner Canyon. Parents love that call.
Corner Canyon parents are not happy about that call. But Corner Canyon Chargers line up with 50 seconds and counting in this first half.
Ball on the 37-yard line for Jackson Dart and co. 1st and 15. Dart gets the snap, looking to his right. Got so much time back there. He's going to keep it himself, and he'll be dropped by Isaac Vaha and Spencer Tatioli. Big sack there from the Viking defense. Trying to keep this to a one-possession game before the final 32 seconds of the half tick out. Timeout on the field by Corner Canyon. This is Pleasant Grove Sports Network. My name is Brendan Larson.
My name is Ethan Morley.
And the Vikings are down 14-7 from the point of the mountain. Stay tuned. Wind-filled audio broadcast by Pleasant Grove Sports Network as the Chargers have the ball. 2nd and 17 on their own 40-yard line, trying to get one more touchdown back here before the first half comes to a conclusion. As Corner Canyon using the last of their timeouts here, so it's going to be a slow 32 seconds left, but you know we're here for it.
2nd and 17 coming up for the Chargers.
Dart dropping back, slinging it downfield, got his man. Wide open, Noah Kajar with the reception. He's got room to run, and he's going to take it to the end zone. Noah Kajar, another touchdown here in the first half for Corner Canyon as this game is slipping away from the Vikings before we know it.
That's tough for the Vikings. You know, that's all you wanted to do was just stop him from getting into the end zone with only 30 seconds left. And it's tough to see him get in there and now going into the locker room a little bit more down than they usually are. There's Sam Chandler going in, up for the kick.
This kid's getting so much action tonight. Snap is up, kick is away, and through the uprights. Nearly blocked there.
Caden Bishop coming around.
Caden Bishop, solid hustle player. No, I really admire his work ethic. As the score is 21-7 here. Pleasant Grove down with 22 seconds left to play in the first half.
Let's see if they try and maybe get down the field, put a little bit of a prayer up in the air, or if they just send into the half. My bet's they just send into the half.
Nah.
You think Coach Woon will do it?
Don't sleep on Wooten. He's got a play call for this exact situation. First, we're going to need Darius to return it to like the 45 or something.
I feel like if the Chargers can't, I mean not the Chargers, I feel like if the Vikings can get a good return down here, Coach Wood might go for it. But if they call a touchback, because Sam Chandler has booted it down the field multiple times.
Sam Chandler could probably kick it to the freeway, let's be honest.
Especially with this wind, it sails high.
As Chandler will kick this one to the long jump area of the track. So Vikings will get the ball on the 20-yard line. Down 21-7 to the number 14th ranked team in the nation.
Yeah, it looks like Chargers lining up, three deep.
take it, the half. This is Pleasant Grove Sports Network. I'm
for the Corner Canyon versus Pleasant Grove game. Right now, Corner Canyon is down 21-7, but Pleasant Grove is still in it. Had a bit of a struggle at the end of the half, gave up 14 points, but luckily still in it, as the offense has been really well. Defense struggled a little bit in the end. So as we're trying to fight this win, as you can hear, look for Pleasant Grove, especially on the defensive side, as we got Ethan Morley here joining me. But look for Corner Canyon to continue to do that QB run. It's really worked well, as I got my partner with me, Ethan Morley. What did you see in the first half from the Vikings defense?
The Vikings defense has some great, great coverage in the back, in the very back part of it. Hard to cover this, obviously, this explosive Corner Canyon offense. And the Corner Canyon the offense obviously capitalized on that, put 3 scores on the board, and the Vikings offense wasn't able to capitalize on any of their drives.
Yeah, especially at the end of the half. Corner Canyon scoring 14 points in about 3 minutes, really hurting that Pleasant Grove. But on the other end, Pleasant Grove's offense, what have you seen so far?
I'll say this every single week. I said it to you last week. I'm talking to him about this week. Explosive. That's what this Pleasant Grove Viking offense is. And honestly, we've only seen a little bit of it. They've had some big explosive plays down the field. You know, that one play to Brooks Winterton, a few runs from Aaron Jones. And
yep.
I lost all my train of thought.
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh.
I'm here to jump in. Yeah, so what I'm seeing from Pleasant Grove is they had that one really good drive where they had that explosive play with Brooks Winterton. And when the Vikings offense is moving, they're moving. But this Corner Canyon defense is elite. So is their offense. And if you show any sign of weakness or have any mistakes, they'll be on you like that, as they were in the second half.
Yeah, and one thing I like to talk about is morale for a team. And sending it into the half up with Corner Canyon up 21-7, the morale in the locker room right there is just so down, especially getting scored on with the last minute left. You know, it sucks to be in that locker room right now talking through everything. Down 2 possessions only, but it feels like a lot more, especially as a football player.
That last touchdown from Noah Kajar was an absolute gut punch for the Viking defense and probably the offense, saying that you have to score another one to even tie this game up.
Yeah, especially with a game where it's kind of back and forth with who can get where, down the field. And it's kind of I'm not going to say shootout, but it's definitely just a back and forth battle between them, and Corner Canyon's obviously gotten the lead on that.
Big heavyweight fight here in the rankings and between these two teams. Ethan, what do the Vikings have to do to get back into this game?
They're going to have to do exactly what Corner Canyon's doing to them. They're going to have to try and find those holes that Corner Canyon has been abusing with them on defense. Pleasant Grove just has to find those on Corner Canyon's side, and that's what they've done only a few times. So let's see if they can do some more in the second half.
I'd also like to see Pleasant Grove put more pressure on Jackson Dart. You know, he has all day to sit back there and just make a good decision with the ball or just run it because he's the dual threat quarterback. Anyways, We'll see. Coming up second half on PGSN, I'm Brendan Larson.
I'm Ethan Morley.
Stay tuned.
That was Jack Paul.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pleasant Grove Sports Network as the second half is getting just underway here.
Ball gets booted back to the back of the end zone.
Another kickoff, another touchback for Corner Canyon. As the Vikings down 21-7 in the hole. Let's see if they can climb back and get themselves back in the game as Sam Levitt and the Viking offense comes to redeem themselves out on the field after a first half full of ups and downs. We'll just say that. Vikings breaking huddle, coming to the line at the 20-yard line. We'd like to again apologize for the wind. We were seated up here on top of the press box. Levitt finding Merrill in the backfield. Merrill's got some space to run. Merrill up ahead, and he's going to be dropped after he got a gain of 3.
We just want to make an apology to Carson Campton's family and Sam Chandler's family for thinking that he was the one kicking the field goals. But Carson Campton coming out with a monster game so far. Getting a lot of plays in.
Carson straight out of Campton.
Nice.
And that'll be a dead ball there.
Incomplete pass puts it at 2nd and 5 for the Vikings.
3rd and 5, that was 2nd down.
All right, thank you, Brendan.
Know your stuff.
All right.
The more you Joe. .26 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Vikings down 21-7, 3rd and 5. Big offensive play coming up for the Vikings. Sam Levitt having a great game on the ground, been able to run it a lot and show off his legs. Vikings lining up, 3 to the right. Levitt dropping back, feeling the pressure, and he's going to be brought down for a sack.
Yeah, there's Tinka Mitchell, I believe is how you pronounce that name. Coming in with a nice pressure, getting the sack right there. Forcing 4th down for the Vikings. Oscar Ortiz out here to punt.
Tiancum.
All right, that's very much better pronunciation than I had.
You're welcome. As Oscar Ortiz's punt is up, and away, and that is going to be down to the 37-yard line. .37 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Vikings with a 3 and out to start the 2nd half. Not a great sign, but you know, they can probably turn things around. Jackson Dart and this explosive Corner Canyon offense now taking the field. They can put up numbers in a hurry.
Yeah, the Vikings defense are going to have to step it up in this entire half, actually, just to make sure that Corner Canyon doesn't get any more scores and their offense can try and punch it in the end zone a couple more times to tie this game up.
Viking defense been able to slow down this Corner Canyon offense, but not completely. Number 6 for Corner Canyon with a beautiful spin move. Will race ahead for a few more yards. Talmadge Hanley there with the reception. Porter Connors with the stop on defense. Once again, we'd like to apologize for the wind. We were seated on top of the press box rather than in the press box, and it is a windy evening here at the point of the mountain, coming to you live from Corner Canyon High School. 10:33 left to go. Jackson Dart dropping back, looking to his right, looking to his left. Throwing deep, and the turf was wide open on that throw.
2 receivers going down the field at the same spot. Jackson Dart putting it up, but there was also 2 Viking defenders there and just getting in the way of the Corner Canyon receivers.
3rd and 1 for the Vikings. They're going to hand this one up the middle, and number 30 for Corner Canyon.
Dylan Carson.
That kid's had a baller of a game. He's been a consistent running back when they need him, and he's always been there for the carries. Once again, we'd like to apologize for the wind. Jackson Dart in the backfield, dropping back. He's going to run it up the middle himself. And he's going to get stopped for,
Let's say just a yard.
1 yard. Viking defense swallowing up Jackson Dart.
You know, and their DBs, the Vikings DBs are stepping it up right now, making sure they lock down all of Corner Canyon's receivers so that Jackson Dart has nobody to throw to and is forced to try and take a run at the middle, and with the big boys up front.
Wyatt Dahl having a great game for the Vikings too. As incomplete there from Jackson Dart. Colton Bayless and Carter Merrill colliding there on the incompletion. And Carter Merrill is down for the count, it looks like. He is struggling to get up.
Holding his quad. Hope it's nothing too serious.
Injury timeout. Big loss for the Vikings if Carter Merrill goes out.
Yeah, he's been a great contribution to this Vikings offense, filling in everywhere he needs to be at that slot position, even in the running back position sometimes. Sucks to see him down. Let's hope it's nothing too serious.
9:22 left to go in the third quarter. You're watching Pleasant Grove Sports Network. Third and 9 for Corner Canyon after that injury timeout. Carter Merrill walked off the field. Let's hope he's okay. And flag on the play. It looks like Pleasant Grove jumped the gun on that one. Encroachment on Pleasant Grove. That'll be a flag red penalty. 3rd and 5. 9:22 left to go here in the third quarter. Ball on the 46-yard line for Jackson Dart and company. Dart once again trying to get the Vikings to jump off sides. Corner Canyon does that a lot.
Oh yeah, why not, you know, try and jump them off sides as long as your receivers are all trained.
Dart got his man Noah Kashar as he loses one tackler and is brought down after a big gain there on 3rd down.
You know, it looks like the Vikings are struggling against this trips coming on the right side from Jackson Dart. You know, there's always a man open in the middle of the field.
Noah Kashar has been 5 yards open every time he's caught the ball.
Yeah, it might just be due to just some great route running from Noah.
Dart throwing to his right. He's got his man just over his head. Number 11 there. Jet May, the intended receiver. 2nd and 10 for Corner Canyon. Jackson Dart gonna run this one up the middle. Out to his left. He's got room to run still, and he's gonna be brought down after about an 8-yard gain. Ball down on the 21-yard line. Corner Canyon in position to score once again here, extending their lead. As Porter Connors once again will jump the gun, and that'll be a first down for Corner Canyon.
Corner Canyon just looking for easy yards, just calling it on 2 every single time.
Vikings are just shooting themselves in their foot with the penalties.
Yeah, you know it's gonna be the talk for all of the Viking defenders in the film room on Saturday.
Oh boy, that talk.
That talk. Don't jump off side stock.
I remember when my dad sat me down for that talk.
It's a moment in every child's lives.
Every young man's life, he has that talk. Dart dropping back, looking to his right. Throwing over the middle. Caught. Guess who?
Noah Kajar. Oh, it's pronounced Care.
We've recently been informed that it is pronounced Care.
We apologize to everybody that's listening on Corner Canyon side.
With the last name of Care.
That's been cringing at us listening, saying their last name.
We're doing our best here, guys. And that'll be 27-7 as Corner Canyon extends their lead over the Vikings. The kicker almost blocked there, but this PAT is going to be up and in.
Carson Campton.
And Carson straight out of Campton with the PAT there.
You know, you don't have to say it every time.
Hey, when it's there, I got it, you know. And it's time for the greatest segment on KSL live streams, your Utah High School football update.
Ba-na-now, ba-na-now. I don't know if we can say that on live, if it's copyrighted or not.
Syracuse losing 21-7 to Fremont. Granger grinding on Taylorsville, 34-0.
Talk about AF.
We'll get to AF. Just kidding. This
kickoff is up.
Kickoff
for Carson
is up.
Campton.
Campton's gonna put this one into the backfield. And now to resume our
Utah football recap.
East High running all over Copper Hills, 30 to absolutely nothing. Layton walloping Weber, 24-0. Lone Peak lancing Westlake, 27-0. And a big upset potential here as Skyridge is up 27-9 over American Fork. We will keep you updated on that game as that is a big region game for Pleasant Grove. Levitt dropping back, looking deep, and that is going to be just overthrown for Darius Clemens there.
Looks like a little bit of mistiming as Darius Clemens was probably at the 40 and Sam Levitt probably let it go to the opposite 40. 10 yards down the field, and Darius Clemens kind of a little bit slow on his route going downfield. Looks like he slowed up maybe a little bit. Sam Levitt lining up in an empty set.
Levitt's going to keep it himself with a pretty spin move, and that's going to get him like 2 yards. All the flash and none of the substance.
Made a lot of sense, Brendan, but
thank you.
Yeah, third and medium.
An update on the American Fork Skyridge game. American Fork most recent play was a touchdown before the first half ended to Sam Hafen, and it is still currently 9-27 after American Fork missed a 2-point conversion.
Sam Levitt rolling out from pressure, takes it himself.
Levitt will be stopped after about a gain of 1 or 2 when he needed 7, and that'll be another 3 and out for the Vikings.
4th down for the Vikings.
Corner Canyon's defense is really just putting the Vikings in the clamps and turning it up.
Yeah, it's honestly it's hard for a quarterback to throw against this defense as they've just been clamping down their receivers the entire game. And forcing Sam Levitt to just make the runs himself.
6:38 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Oscar Ortiz gets the punt away, a little low, hanging one, and that'll be
down on the right on the 50.
50
even.
Oscar Ortiz with some flair. We'd like to once again issue a wind apology for Pleasant Grove Sports Network. We don't like it, and we know you don't like it. But there's nothing we can do about our situation, and we just got to go with it.
We appreciate you guys sticking around for the game.
Jackson Levitt and the famed Chargers offense taking the field once again, ready to score another touchdown probably. Viking defense. Is Carter Merrill out there? I believe Carter Merrill has returned for the Vikings, so that is a good sign. Dart all day in the pocket, running away from defenders, making not one, not two, but 3 Viking defenders miss before he is dropped.
You know, we do see Carter Merrill back on the field on the top side of your screen next to Cooper Camberlango.
Cooper Camberlango has really impressed me this year, actually. Made some key interceptions, some great defensive plays. Good to see him break out.
Yeah, he's always been a really fast kid. He was a track star in middle school, beat everybody in every race. Shout out to Oak Canyon Junior High.
Home of the
Eagles.
Yeah. Dart gonna hand it up the middle, and number 30 is gonna break through and spin for about 5 more yards there.
Dylan Carlson, excuse me. Dylan Carlson having a great game right now, just running over the Vikings front line.
If Corner Canyon wanted to, they could hand the ball off to him every time and still have the score be what it is. That's what's scary about this team.
Yeah, they got a lot of weapons to use, similar to the Vikings actually, but Corner Canyon capitalizes on it a little bit better than the Vikings have, at least this game.
Vikings definitely missing Rex Connors now in that linebacker position.
Safety position.
Same thing, just kidding. Jackson Dart looking deep, throwing deep. No good. Caden Bishop with the coverage there.
Great coverage right there. You know, Caden Bishop staying right in his pocket with, I believe that was Riker Scow or Colton Bayless. Oh, it's Colton Bayless coming over the top for him.
Yeah, the 7 and the 5 look like the exact same.
Especially from up here.
5:04 left to go in the third quarter. Pleasant Grove losing 28-7. Dart standing in the pocket, throwing. He's got his man, Noah Kajar, and he'll extend his arm across the line for another touchdown.
Chargers touchdown again. Sam Dart finding Noah Carr.
Same play, same result.
Chargers offense.
Goated.
Goated. So far, the Chargers are up 34-7. We have
PAT pending from the one and only straight out of Campton.
Campton. Let's see where he puts it. The PAT.
Carson Campton with ice cubes in his veins with the Easy E PAT.
I knew you were going there. That's a pun I can tolerate, though. I can tolerate that joke. Very well executed, Brendan.
Thank
and
you.
A very
thank
well
you.
executed drive from the Corner Canyon Chargers, marching down the field.
Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart. Jeez,
Sheesh.
I am past my job.
That's why you don't drink Monster Energies before the game.
Jackson Dart heading down the field, finding Noah Carr again for another touchdown. Both of these players having pop-off games.
The in-house DJ playing Sandstorm by Darude for the 80th time tonight.
You know, definitely ones that gets high school students up on their feet.
Oh yeah, gets them every time. As Campton's gonna kick this one away into the track. And the ball boy dropped it. Getting some boos from the Corner Canyon parents. Sam Levitt, Viking offense, coming back out onto the field, trying not to do another 3 and out, and maybe put some points on the board.
It is only the third quarter, with 4 minutes and 54 seconds. So the Vikings, if they can start capitalizing on some mistakes that they see from the Corner Canyon defense, which isn't a whole lot, they can definitely come back into this game, bit by bit, brick by brick. Aaron Jones with the handoff, a reverse coming around the outside. Darius Clemens charging down the field with a first down and a little bit more. Looks like they'll spot him down with a gain of, I believe, 14 yards.
Viking offense showing some flares. That's what we need to see if they want to get any hope into this game. as they are deep into the hole, 35-7.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pull out these plays, double reverse, halfback passes, because it's happened before. You know, they don't have Rex Connors, so I don't think they'll bump it out, but they'll usually toss it to Rex Connors and hug it down the field to Porter Connors. Looks like they'll run it right
Aaron
here.
Jones out to the right side, running around defenders, cutting up for about 5 yards, still on his feet. And he's going to be dropped for about 8 yards as the Viking offense maybe getting the remix to ignition here and charging up the line.
Dude, only a few of your jokes I've hit so far. That wasn't one of them, let me tell you.
You've laughed at every single one of them.
It's because they're all so bad I have to. It's a pity laugh more than anything.
Oh, really? Now I'm self-conscious about my sense of humor. Sam Levitt taking it up to the right side. He's got a first down a little more as he will be dropped after a great carry for about 7 yards from quarterback Sam Levitt. Sam Levitt's had a very good running game, actually.
Oh yeah, but that's semi because of the Chargers just clamping down on the receivers and Sam Levitt having to try and make these plays all by himself. Dane Doan in the backfield with Sam Levitt.
Gotta love the Dane train. 3:48 left to play in the third quarter. Screen pass out to Aaron Jones, and he'll drop it. Too many drop screen passes from the Vikings tonight.
Yeah, with how much pressure the Chargers have been sending, it's good to get those screen passes out to try and catch the Corner Canyon Chargers off guard. And every time they have, it's not gone the best for them. It was another incomplete pass, putting up 2nd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for watching PGSN tonight. If you're interested in donating, please contact us on Instagram, DM us, or email us, or whatever you got to do. Eight seconds on the play clock. Levitt's got to hurry. Levitt gets a snap, looking to his right. He's going to take it himself once again and slide for about 4 yards or so. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Vikings coming up. Time for the annual win apology. We are seated on top of the press box, which is why you're hearing the wind coming through your laptop speakers.
Or TV speakers, or phone speakers.
You know, we're not discriminatory against technology. However you're watching PGSN,
we appreciate it. Thank you for watching.
If you're watching it on your iPod Nano, that's great.
Motion out to the empty set for Sam Levitt.
Levitt finding Aaron Jones for a first down. Big play there for the Vikings. 2:53 to go. Vikings down 35-7 here at the point of the mountain. With an actual beautiful view of the Salt Lake Valley if you take the time, look out westward.
It's really pretty out there.
Yeah. 2:41 left to go in the third quarter. Levitt taking his time.
Empty set, 3 receivers on his right, 2 on his left.
Levitt dropping back, looking to his right, throwing to his right. Caught by Darius, and Darius is going to be shook by number 9 from Skyridge.
Number 9, Harrison Taggart coming in. Great hit right there. And Darius Clemens knew it was coming, so he caught the ball and just leaned back into it, hoping for nothing too crazy.
.155 to go in the third quarter. Viking have the ball on the 35-yard line. 2nd and 8. Levitt gets a snap, looking to his left. Still looking to his left. Gonna run it out to his right, he's got some space. Levitt off the sideline, and that's gonna be good for about 3 or 4 yards.
Putting 3rd and 3, I believe, for the Vikings. They're charging down this field. They're getting a good drive going.
Levitt's got some speed.
Yeah,
We haven't really seen this side of Levitt so far this season.
Yeah.
Levitt out to Aaron Jones again on this attempted screen pass. Great block by Darius Clemens as Aaron Jones will be ahead, and this one's going to be, see where they spot him. It's going to be 4th and short. I'd expect
4th and very short. Oh, box is messed up a little bit.
Looks like Wooten is going to go for it.
Yeah, bringing in the power offense of Porter Connors, Spencer Tatioli. Usually when he comes out, they line him up in the I formation.
You got the big three triple threat there with those three. As Corner Canyon Stadium gets loud here for this.
With how far Spencer Tatioli's lining up, I would not expect a hand up. Ugh.
And Levitt's going to keep it himself, and that should be good for a first down.
My throat is totally dried up. I need some water up here. But yeah, Levitt keeps it. It's a nice drive right there. Puts it to the gets the first down. Sets it up on the 26-yard line. Yeah, gets first down on the 26-yard line.
Once again, we'd like to make a wind apology.
This has gotten really bad in this.
We hate the wind. You hate the winds. It's not fun for anyone. Levitt with the pitch out to Tatioli. Tatioli weaving his way through defenders, and he's going to dive for about 5 yards ahead. 38 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, I believe the only thing wind is good for is if you are if you're sailing. You need the wind to go, I believe.
If you have anything that wind is good for, please leave it in the comment section if there is one. Oh, and flags.
Kites. Balloons.
If you're into that sort of thing. Levitt under center. Handing it up to Connors. Connors up the right side. Connors got room to run, and he's going to be dropped for a first down at around the 14-yard line. Porter Connors with the carry.
Colton Grimshaw coming in for the Chargers, coming in for that stop. Just a nice play from the Vikings offense, getting that nice first down, and then the Chargers defense for getting the stop right there as we send this into the fourth quarter. Vikings needing to put a lot of points on the board to get back into this game.
You're watching. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. Coming into the fourth quarter, Pleasant Grove down 35-7 to Corner Canyon. Here, Ethan Morley, what are you seeing?
Right now I'm seeing the Vikings offense drive down the field, hopefully to get in their second score so they can get back into this game.
If that, it'll take a miracle, but, you know, Friday Night Lights, anything can happen. Levitt. Once again, to Porter Connors, having a big game, and he's going to roll for about 3 yards on 2nd and 3. So potential first down. Going to be 3rd and short here. Ethan, why are the Vikings losing like how they are right now?
Well, they just haven't been able to capitalize on most of their drives. You know, the Chargers have been able to drive down most of the field, almost all of their drives, and just put numbers on the board. And the Vikings just haven't been able to do that all game.
Vikings offense has been stifled by this ferocious Corner Canyon defense. Porter Connors getting swallowed up into that Corner Canyon defensive line, and nothing doing there on the 3rd down run attempt. Let's see what Coach Woot has to say on 4th down if they're going to send out kicker phenom Oscar Ortiz to take the field goal. It looks
With how
like
many
they're gonna go for it.
with how many fourth down stops this Chargers defense has gotten, I personally would send out the kick team. It looks like Coach Wood's going to go for it. Maybe sending Spencer Tatioli up the middle to try and gain a yard. Looks like they're going to call a timeout for the
And
Vikings.
timeout, Pleasant Grove. Once again, we'd like to issue a wind apology. We are aware that the wind is interfering with the audio, and we're sorry. There's nothing we can do about it. We have been seated on top of the press box rather than inside of the press box.
On this very windy day or night. But
Well, it's daytime in some parts of the world.
fair enough.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
10 minutes and 11 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Chargers up 35-7 over the Vikings. 4th and 1 for the Vikings offense, trying to get just a single yard to try and put it in.
You know, I feel like that's all this game has really been. You know, the Vikings on the door of greatness get to have the door slammed in their face by Corner Canyon.
And Corner Canyon just being a gatekeeper on defense, just stopping the Vikings offense from going anywhere.
In-house DJ has decided to play We Will Rock You by Queen. I've honestly never heard this song before.
I feel like there's a lot of cap right there, as people
Would you
would
like to
say.
explain what cap means to our...
Cap means that you're lying.
Sam Levitt going under center. He's going to hand it off to Porter Connors, who dives ahead. Let's see what he got. As Wyatt Dodd just face planted a Corner Canyon defender. And Corner Canyon will stop them once again on 4th down.
They actually forced a fumble from Porter Connors and get the ball down at the 3-yard line, excuse me.
Wow.
What a play from the Corner Canyon defense. This is exactly why I would say we probably should have sent out the kick team.
Ethan, I think you have a coaching career ahead of you.
Actually, I do. Tomorrow we play against Copper Hills, the 8th grade football team. Saturday in West Jordan, if you'd like to come.
For those of you who
At
aren't
9 o'clock.
aware, Ethan is a 8th grade football coach. Jackson Dart handing it off to number 30, who breaks ahead and gets a lot of yards there for a gain of about 22.
Dylan Carlson just charging down the field like he has this entire game, running all over the Vikings defense.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Pleasant Grove Sports Network. 9:49 left to go in the 4th quarter. Dart's going to keep it himself and up the field for about 4 yards there.
Looks like a gain of 7 right there. A little bit off from Brendan.
What did I say, 4?
He said 4.
It's not like it matters.
No, football's a gain of yards and inches, so every little yard matters.
Dart's going to fake the handoff and keep it himself and charge ahead for a 1st down. As something tells me that Corner Canyon is just going to run out the clock here. 9 minutes of exhilarating football.
Very exciting. As you can tell, me and Brendan are really, really pumped right now. Really just into this game.
Jackson Dart looking to his left. Throwing deep. He's got his man. And Cooper Camberlango. What a defensive play there.
That is actually some great defense right there by Cooper Camberlango. But if you heard it in the background, every parent will complain about PI, no matter what the pass is. A little bit like the receivers do. Not as bad though.
The Vikings have had some good moments tonight. Like moments like that from Cooper Camberlango, where you can see them being successful, but Corner Canyon is outplanned and outplayed and out everything the Vikings tonight. There was a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. It'll be holding on Corner Canyon. maybe this is the juicer that the Vikings need to get a pick 6 and get back in this game.
I don't know if how many times I've heard the term juicer used.
You know, trying new things.
But this sets up second and very long for the Chargers. Second and 24.
Second and a mile. Just kidding.
Second and about a mile for the Chargers on offense.
You know, Jackson Dart will probably get it anyways.
And then always got wheels on the field.
Dart dropping back. Got all the time in the world. Throwing. Got his man. Guess who? Noah Kajar. Getting at the 50-yard line. He's got room to run. Kajar still on his feet at the 40. Kajar still on his feet at the 35. Kajar on his feet on the 25. And Kajar out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
And we said second and a mile, and that looked.
What did I say?
Noah Carr just
Wait,
ran.
It's not Noah Kajar.
No, have you been saying Kajar still?
Yeah, I started saying it and then I forgot what it was.
Yeah, we apologize again to Mr. Carr's parents and relatives that are listening, as he did charge down the field with a great play right there.
Jackson Dart looking deep for the end zone. And that'll be caught, but out of bounds. Number 3, the intended target there. Cody Hagan.
Junior.
Game.
6'1", 180. Very nice size for a receiver coming out, especially your junior year. Still have another year left to play. You can still put on some pounds. Personally, I wish I was 6'1".
I think every guy wishes they were 6'1". Unless you're like 6'1", then do you wish you're 6'2"?
Probably.
That's going to be up the gut for Dylan Carlson there.
Also, another junior coming in at 5'10", more around my size, which is where I was more playing.
The scary thing about this Corner Canyon team is how young they are.
They still have another year left for most of their players, except for Jackson Dart, who is in his senior year.
8th grader. Jackson Dart dropping back, evading defenders in the pocket, and will step up and be tackled on 1st and goal. 3:55 left to play in the game. Excuse me, 7:55. I'm guessing that Corner Canyon will score again here.
With how the wind. We
Once
apologize
again,
for the wind.
we'd like to apologize for the wind.
With how crazy this Corner Canyon offense has been.
If you thought 2020 couldn't get any worse,
Congrats, there's wind.
there's wind on PGSN.
This is about the worst thing to happen in 2020.
Oh boy, that's a controversial statement. Dart into the end zone.
Ooh.
Dropped by Cody Hagan there.
3rd and goal for the Chargers.
Third and goal for the Chargers here. Jackson Dart dropping back, looking to his right, throwing to his right, over the middle. Deflected out of bounds by Colton Bayless.
Vikings getting a great stop so far in a goal line situation. And it looks like they're sending out the kick team.
Campton.
Straight out of Campton, putting it up. How to say it.
And let's see if Campton can prove he's still DRE on this PAT. Campton for the field goal attempt on 4th and goal from the 10-yard line. And there's whistle blowing. That'll be a timeout for Corner Canyon. Oh, there's a flag? What? The ref was signaling for timeout. What the heck?
Encroachment on the Vikings.
Encroachment on the Vikings. Awesome.
5 yards. Let's see if they actually send out the kick team. No, okay, let's keep it in. Kicking team stays in.
Campton. Ready to express himself. field goals through the uprights, making it 38-7 for the Corner Canyon Chargers. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the greatest segment on KSL live streams, your 6A high school scoreboard update. Gotta love it. All right, let's get to it. Fremont beating Syracuse 27-10. Corner Canyon keeping it here, beating Pleasant Grove 35-7. Granger
38-7.
Oh yeah, that hasn't been updated yet. Granger all over Taylorsville 34 to absolutely nothing. Clearfield beating Northridge 14-3. East High using the powers of Troy Bolton all over Copper Hills 37-0.
Get your head in the game.
Layton 31-15. Lone Peak destroying Westlake 33 to absolutely nothing. And Skyridge and AF still 27-9 as Campton will put this ball into the end zone. Fair caught by Aaron Jones. Excuse me.
Just in the end zone, so it's a touchback.
Darius Clemens for a touchback. Excited for another Viking offensive possession.
Let's see if they can charge down this field and put it into the end zone. Almost playing for pride at this point, as there's only 7 minutes and 8 seconds left in this fourth quarter.
We could expect to see what many say is the most underrated player on the team, Brigham Ray, put into the game. Number 24, huge Lakers fan, was an emotional moment in his life when Kobe Bryant passed away, as it was in mine.
Rest in power to Kobe Bryant. But Vikings keeping all their starters out, making sure they can just keep playing, trying to get the scoring right here.
Flick to Jones up the left. Jones cutting on his side, and he's going to be brought down after about 2 yards with the pitch play. Let's check in on those scores again, shall we?
We have to keep doing this score update. I bet they're all the
Still
exact same scores.
27-9 for American Fork. Oh, but we didn't get to Roy and Davis.
Some big hitters in the Utah Conference.
Roy and Davis. Davis currently up 26-20 over Roy. Aaron Jones keeping it himself. Up to the left side for up to the 35-yard line for a Viking first down. Aaron Jones actually being one of the brighter spots in this game tonight for Pleasant Grove.
Honestly, I would, even when Rex Connors come back, I would not be surprised if Aaron Jones stayed in. He's had some great plays right on this Viking offense.
Levitt, 3 out to his right. Handing it up to Merrill, who's going to sidestep for about maybe a yard. With 6:05 left to play in the fourth quarter, you're watching PGSN, now with wind.
We have upgraded this broadcast with a special feature we like to call wind.
It's awesome, and it's free too. And Levitt catching the Corner Canyon defense with a trick out of their own book with the encroachment penalty. Kind of a big brain play there for Levitt.
Vikings charging down the field.
And the Vikings pulling a trick out of Corner Canyon's own book and charging up the field using the encroachment penalty there.
Oh, you just did a recapping of what we just said. Word for word. Thank you, Brendan.
10 seconds left on the play clock.
5 minutes and 30 seconds left in this fourth quarter.
Ball on the 42-yard line. Merrill runs out. Levitt looking to his right, throwing to his right. He's got his man, Darius Clemens, and he will drop that ball, actually. Couldn't have asked for a better pass, but Clemens just dropped it.
Darius Clemens not having the best game today, or he didn't have the best game last week. He did catch the touchdown to tie it up for the Vikings, but before that, he didn't have a whole lot of great catches.
Yeah, he came out with a very strong start to the season. I thought he had a really bright future, but he's been struggling lately.
A little bit, yeah.
Definitely needs to turn that around, as this is our first region game, and it really starts to matter. And another flag flying, more flags flying out there than the United Nations tonight.
All right, that was just that was just bad. That one was bad. I didn't
pretty
even
good.
laugh on that one.
I thought that was a zinger.
I didn't even pity laugh on that one actually.
I don't think you understand my type of humor, actually. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Vikings. With 5:17 left to play in the game, the Vikings are losing 38-7. I can't say this isn't what I expected out of this game, but
We lost audio again.
Merrill. First. 4th down conversions for the Vikings tonight.
I believe he's only had one other catch this game.
Yeah. Good to see Darius getting his hands back.
You know, sometimes you get a little bit cold as a receiver, not catching the ball for a while. And then you gotta hit in the hands a couple times before you can get back into your game.
And fingers are being pointed at each other as a flag's thrown. Let's see. Whose fault this is.
On the Vikings.
Oh yeah, super awesome. Just losing all the yards we got. 1st and 15 for the Vikings, 4:11 left to play in the 4th quarter. You're watching Pleasant Grove Sports Network. Time to issue our annual wind apology. We're sorry for the wind.
Brendan, do you know what annual means?
Yeah. It's like every 4 minutes.
I was pretty sure it meant yearly, but yeah, it's probably. I think 4 minutes sounds alright too.
This game has felt like 10 years. Levitt dropping back, throwing to his right, over the middle, and that'll be complete to absolutely nobody.
Don't say complete then. Incomplete. Going to the intended target was Darius Clemens down the field. Is how usually most people would say that. Not complete to nobody.
Well, you know, PGSN, we do things different. You know?
That's horrible. That's wrong, especially in the sports broadcasting industry.
We're changing the game.
Piece by piece. Piece by piece we would take over.
Day by day. 3:42 left to play in the 4th quarter. Corner Canyon has absolutely dominated in this game. Levitt dropping back, looking to his left, throwing to his left. And just over the head of Isaac Vaha there. Isaac Vaha getting recruited by probably every Division I college in the country.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of offers. I believe he's narrowed it down to 7, and he's going to choose at the end of this season. I cannot name to you all the schools. I know that Oregon, Utah, and BYU are all on that list. I believe UCLA is also on that list. A bunch of solid schools.
Got a bright future ahead of him.
Yeah, you know, one thing you can't coach is being 6'5".
Isn't he 6'7"?
I have no idea.
Height is just a number.
Well, it's also a number that'll get you into college.
Levitt throwing. And that'll be intercepted out of the hands of Darius Clemens by number 21 up the left side. And he'll be dropped at the 35-yard line.
And there we go, the Viking chances to take it down the field.
And that, ironically, just took all the wind out of Pleasant Grove's sail there.
That was actually good.
Thank you.
That was good.
Thank you.
The Chargers giving number 21, excuse me for a second, Taylor Harris with the pick. giving him the turnover belt as he comes off the field.
Ball on the 35-yard line for Corner Canyon. Probably going to score another touchdown in this game. Jackson Dart handing it off to, I keep forgetting this kid's name. Dylan Carlson. That kid is slippery like an otter. Just weaving in between defensive linemen. Up the middle.
Crisco, like butter. Pam, like the Pam spray, the non-stick spray. Do you think it's illegal to do that? Just like
Spray Pam on you before the game.
Yeah.
Want to find out?
All right. Well, I'll be on my Google mission, looking up the rules for high school football.
As the clock is ticking away, the final 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game. Jackson Dart getting the ball, handing it off to Dylan Carlson once again. Finding ahead for about 2 or 3 yards. And you know, honestly, Corner Canyon has just turned out the Viking offense on defense. Turning out the Viking offense like a windstorm shutting down the power in Utah in September.
Yeah, it's definitely illegal. 110% illegal to spray Pam. But Sacramento State has tried to do it, and they were caught doing it.
Oh, interesting.
Mainly because all the players on the other team smelled it, and it smelled weird on the field.
You want to make a 30 for 30 about it?
They probably should.
Pam Gate. Number 1 in here for quarterback for Corner Canyon. He will be dropped in the backfield by Caden Bishop with one of the best defensive plays all night, making it 4th and 7. Number 1.
That was Brigham Ray. That was our man
number
Brigham
2.
Ray. Number 24.
Oh, I didn't see the 4.
Yeah, it was Brigham Ray, the man himself.
Brigham Ray.
Got sacked, that kid.
Absolute stud coming out on the field for the Vikings.
5-star.
Not a 5-star. We don't believe our cameraman.
I heard he's being recruited by Madden University.
Which is actually not a D1, but just an A1 school above D1.
He's being recruited by BYU to play Madden for their esports team.
For those of you who don't know, he is.
And there's a flag on the play.
Brigham Ray is the reigning Madden champion in the PGSN class, as he is one of our own.
PGSN will have the 2K championship that was postponed last year, but I will be playing Brigham Ray.
And then we will have our Madden championship later in the year, and then proceed to have a FIFA championship later in the year as well.
And maybe an NHL championship if we're lucky. We're playing NHL 15 though.
Obviously the best of all of them.
Classic. And straight out of Campton is going to punt this one. And this will drop down to the 22-yard line.
You could say the way he's able to kick this ball is kind of like an acronym that I put together a little bit. It's called NWA. I mean, it's close to not windy at all. That's what it stands for. Because his balls just slice right through the wind, send it right down the field. Not windy at all. NWA style. You can't get mad at me about that joke, dude.
I have no response to that. Oh.
Vikings offense coming out here.
Levitt dropping back, looking to his left, throwing deep down the right side. He's number 14 there, the intended receiver.
That is Colton Tanner
The
charging down the
sophomore.
field. And Jace Doan was on the opposite side. And Brigham Ray was out there. The man, the myth, the legend.
You know, young second string receiving core for the Vikings. Definitely full potential though.
Yeah, they're all trying to get, reps out on the field. Coach Doman and Coach Woon trying to put those guys out there, especially in the last seconds of this game when it's only 38-7 with only 44 seconds left.
Jace Doman is just saucy. He's nice with it.
He does have some wheels as it's going down the field.
Levitt throwing it deep once again for number 20.
28, Jace Dolman.
Jace Dolman. Speak of the devil. I can't see.
Brendan might need a telescope next game.
If you'd like to donate a telescope to PGSN,
Please don't. Please don't.
we could use that actually. Space race.
Instead of donating a telescope, we'd like to
Donate some money.
donate some money. But in exchange for that, we'll broadcast your business. You could have we could have the Chubby's Player of the Game.
Yeah.
Just an example.
If you're interested in getting your business on KSL Live, contact us. And Pleasant Grove will be stopped in the backfield, and that'll probably be the final play of this game.
The clock winds down. 25 seconds left, counting.
Pleasant Grove coming into Charger Stadium with some high hopes, ultimately to leave defeated. 38-7, losing to the 14th ranked team in the nation and probably being knocked off their #1 RPI ranking spot.
Oh yeah, RPI doesn't mean a whole lot.
Well,
State
it does
ranking.
define who plays who in the state playoffs, so
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Is that what RPI does?
yeah.
That's crazy because they're ranked 14th in the nation and #1 in the state.
Yeah,
Corner
RPI is
Canyon
weird. And your final score from Corner Canyon Stadium, 38, the Vikings, 7. Thanks for watching PGSN. My name is Brendan Larson.
My name is Ethan Morley.
This is Pleasant Grove Sports Network, signing off.